my gorgeous Virgos. How are you guys? This is Debs, and this is your 2026 overview reading. Now, I'm sure you watch more than one of these readings. As you may know by now, I follow a storyline. I'm going to be working my way through the months of the year, but there's usually a very strong storyline that comes through that seems to flow throughout the whole reading. So this may be for you, it may not be for you. Take it as it resonates. It can also be switched, of course. And without further ado, let's get into this, guys. The deck that I'm using is a divination deck. If you want a private reading, website's down below. All the decks are listed and the link is there to join the channel. So guys, let's start. Of course, we're starting with the month of January 2026. We're nearly there, guys. So Archangel Michael, what do we have? Ooh, for my lovely Virgos, this is January 2026. Now, Virgo, you could be thinking of a water sign queen, or you could be coming through simply as a Queen of Cups. Very loving, nurturing, warm, giving, a little sensitive, maybe. Or yes, you may be Pisces, start again, or you may be connected to a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Can't speak today, guys. It's one of those days. Do forgive me. What do we have, Archangel Michael, for Virgo for January? Thank you. He's saying stop. My cue to cut the deck. Alrighty, alrighty. Here we go, guys. Yeah. So we have the Queen of Cups. Yes. So this could be you. This could be somebody you're thinking of. What do we do, Archangel Michael? He wants off the table. Off the table. All right. Here we go, people. Oh my goodness, Virgo. 9 of Swords. Are you stressing out about something, someone? Tower. Aries, Scorpio. Wow. Okay, guys. 3 of Swords. Virgo, what's going on here, guys? Ace of Cups. The Moon. Okay, Virgo. Guys, you seem to be feeling heartbroken because there's been a Tower moment that I feel somebody's told you that they are moving on into another relationship, but they kept this hidden for quite a long time. Now, Virgo, you could be connected as a masculine to a Queen of Cups. She could be a Cancerian, okay? Scorpio, maybe with the Tower card, Aries, Scorpio energy. You seem to be stressed out because someone is moving forward into a new connection. Now, Virgo, you could be a feminine and your partner may have said to you, I am so sorry, but I have to end this because I've realized I'm in love with somebody else. Okay, guys, can't change it. That's what we have. Ace of Swords. You're heartbroken, Virgo, because you've recognized the truth. You've recognized the truth. You're seeing things differently now. Pisces energy with a Hangman. Somebody could be relaying the truth to you about a Pisces, or this could be a Pisces saying to you, I'm sorry, I'm moving forward with somebody else. 2 of Swords. That's almost someone saying to you, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm sorry, I don't think we should talk again. I think we should cut communication. Oh my gosh. Aries energy with the Fool. Somebody's on a brand new path. Or somebody, Virgo, wants to take a leap of faith and a risk with somebody else and they're just coming out with a blunt truth. 4 of Pentacles. Virgo, you're pulling back. You're pulling back. You're thinking about the Lovers. Are you holding back from someone realizing that they had a choice to be with somebody else and they're bluntly telling you, I'm sorry, I'm moving forward with somebody else? Gemini energy for some. Guys, Justice. Libra. Nine of Wands. Somebody is wanting to balance out their life. But Virgo, you're stressed about this. Two of Wands. You don't really know what to do in January. You may be standing at crossroads thinking, oh, I'm sure they'll come back, or I'm sure they'll communicate again. There could be something here about a legal contract, Virgo. But let's dip into angel answers. Let's see what comes through, guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos? This is January 2026. I'm hearing, Virgo, you're accepting the inevitable. Did you feel this might happen? Did you have that sense deep down that this might be the result of a situation you have been trying to manage, hang on to? No. Wow. God. Okay. That's a very strong no. What is no all about, Archangel Michael? What is no all about for my Virgos? Okay, Virgo. You're going to feel emotional. What the angels are saying to you, Virgo, is don't try to control the situation in the nicest sense. Don't be angry, aggressive, assertive, because it may make it worse. Okay, Archangel Michael's telling me yes. Yes. Even though it's going to be tough, Virgo, sit in a calm place. Get yourself grounded. Be logical. Do not be assertive. If someone has made up their mind, Virgo, if you try to stand your ground, say to this person, well, hang on, I don't agree with this, we need to talk about this, it's going to make it worse. Because there may be a situation here, Virgo, where somebody feels they're justified to let go. For some of you. All right, people? Okay. So Virgo, let's from here move to the month of February. So guys, here we go. Gosh, that was a bit of a shocking start to 2026. Okay. Let's find out what's happening in February, please, Archangel Michael, for my Virgos. What is happening in February for my Virgos? Thank you, Michael. I keep hearing the words, it was inevitable. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. Okay, Virgo, you may have sensed it was going to happen, but it was still obviously a shock if it actually does. Somebody just walks. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Virgo, you may, as a feminine, be realizing that your partner was juggling you with a Queen of Cups, or was in love with a Queen of Cups, and they had to be true to their heart, although it was heartbreaking for you. As a masculine, Virgo, you may realize that your partner, coming through as a Queen of Cups, was juggling you with another guy. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Wow. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. I've got to be honest, guys. I mean, you could be anyone in the mix, but I may be connecting with a masculine Virgo who has found out that their Queen of Cups, who they may have been married to, Virgo, you could be married to a Queen of Cups who's your wife, has been unfaithful to you, acting as if she's single, and you're shocked. Let's just carry on. Let's just see what else comes through. There's going to be communication from this woman in February. And what she's going to say to you is, Virgo, I am sorry, but I have been standing at crossroads for quite a long time. It's been an unequal give and take situation. I'm wanting a passionate new start. Now, Virgo, if you know that you have been unfaithful to your partner, she may have found out, but she may never have questioned you. And so she has decided at this point to find someone else herself. That could be for one or two of you. Page of Pentacles. She may be talking to you about children and money. She may be passing you an olive branch, Virgo. I'm so sorry it came to this. The Star. Virgo, she wants time to heal. Aquarian energy. She wants time to heal from a Tower moment. Aries, Scorpio energy. The Magician. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Okay, Virgo. I think that this is your wife, your partner, who felt as if she was justified because this was an unequal give and take situation, or because she found out that you were juggling her with another woman. She has made a decision, your long-term partner has made a decision to leave you. She may be worried about children. There could be children in the mix. Page of Pentacles can be a very small amount of money. She may want to talk to you about child support. She's trying to heal after a Tower moment, and she's ended up manifesting new love. Okay. Whew. All right, guys, let's move into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos? This is February 2026. Choose a new direction. Virgo, the angels may be suggesting that you move, or you could be moving out of your house. They may be saying to you, Virgo, this is just done. I'm sorry, this is done. What is choose a new direction? Forgiveness. Virgo, there may be something here relating to if you make another decision, a different decision in the situation you're in. You may have stood your ground about something. I'm not doing that. I don't agree with that. I'm not happy with that. It might be to do with money. What the angels are saying is, if you can sit in the energy of forgiveness and change your viewpoint and do something differently, this could all come back together again. You might have been sat in a very strong energy of no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to consider this. Absolutely not. They want you to look at the bigger picture, because if you can, something here may well be able to be completely healed. Okay. All right, guys. Let's from here move into the month of March. Let's see what March brings you. Okay, my beautiful Virgos, this is March. Let's see what comes through, people. Now, we have a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles. If I'm not connecting with a masculine, you could be a feminine sat in your masculine, dealing with the same-sex connection, right? But Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos? This is March 2026. What do we have for my lovely Virgos for March? Thank you, Michael. Yes, if you choose another direction, Virgo, there can be forgiveness all round, is what I'm getting. You need to be more flexible. You need to just release Allow the energy to flow. Look at the much bigger picture, Virgo. Okay, there's something about that. You may have dug your heels in about something and it's just caused this issue to get worse for some reason. King of Wands. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Okay, Virgo, you may be sat in your King of Wands energy, working on bringing this connection back together again, or working on a situation relating to money and a property. The Star. To heal a connection. You want to heal a connection and you're looking at options. Okay. So Virgo, are you really thinking that it is time for you to look ahead? I've got to think about other people in the mix. I've got to think about making a change. Even though I don't want change, I might need to do this to heal the connection. Or are you realizing that your wife, coming through as a Queen of Pentacles, is working on a new relationship with a fire sign king? She's left you. You may be thinking, well, how am I going to heal this because she's already in this connection with this King of Wands? Could be. Could be. Okay, guys. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Oh, God. Virgo, you're in a mental prison. You don't know what to do here, guys. Bless you. You're thinking about, again, an olive branch. Or you're thinking about money and children. 10 of Swords. Virgo, for some of you, you may feel betrayed by your partner. For others of you, you may feel that a child or children felt betrayed. You're dwelling on a betrayal. Pages can be children. You've got Pentacles energy, money in your head, sleepless nights. So I don't know what's going on here, guys. 4 of Swords. You're taking a big step back and you're doing a lot of thinking about what you should do in the situation. You may be trying to heal. Wow, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or somebody has been self-sacrificing and you're thinking about that. You're thinking that somebody self-sacrificed. Virgo, you're looking out into the future. You are standing at crossroads. What you're thinking about is, if I make a big change, it is a risk. It is a risk. But it might solve the issue. If I just let go with it, it might solve this issue, whatever this issue is, Virgo. And you could be sitting in victory and success. Or Virgo, what you're thinking about is, I didn't take action because I was too much up in my head. I stood at crossroads, leaving somebody to sacrifice. I took a risk in the past because I wanted to win, or I wanted to feel as if I'd achieved something, I'd been successful, I'd sort of tied up something with a little bow and it was done. You might have sat in a little bit of ego. And what you're realizing is it's backfired badly. It's just backfired badly. Okay, guys. Now everyone has to learn lessons, no judgment, okay? There may also be a connection here with a younger earth sign, Aquarian energy here too, Aries and Leo, okay? All right, angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have from the angels for my Virgos for the month of March 2026? In the near future, okay, they are suggesting you take some sort of action in the near future, or something's going to happen in the near future. There will be an opportunity in the near future I'm hearing to sort this out. There will be an opportunity in the near future for you to sort this out. Something will come up, Virgo, and you may think, okay, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for, because this could heal. I'm hearing everything. This could heal everything. All right. So guys, I'm leaving the month of March there. Let's shift to the month of April. So Virgo, let's have a look at April. This, for many of you, will be the start of the spring. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo for April 2026? April 2026 for Virgo. Thank you, Michael. April 2026. Nine of Cups. That can be a wish come true. That can be a sense of sitting in overindulgence. The Devil. Wow. Capricorn energy. Four of Swords. Resting, healing, holding back, holding on to money. Virgo, you may be keeping tight hold of your money. You may be a bit obsessed with doing that. But what's coming through is you may be so obsessed with that that you've almost moved into an unhealthy mindset. I am not spending any more money, right? This can be greed. It can be you've got more than enough, but you're hanging on to your money like your life depends on it. Yeah, you're holding back. Are you, Virgo, holding on to money because you're worried about your health in the future? Are you holding back from a Leo? Knight of Cups. Yeah. Virgo, this is you almost in passing saying to someone, well, you know, I do care about you. It's not as if I don't care about you, but I don't want to fork out. I don't want to give you any more money. I don't want to do this. Yeah, it's actually caused you, Virgo, to feel very burdened because somebody else has been sat in the Ten of Wands. Temperance. I mean, this is guilt, remorse, regret. There could be a Sag who is feeling burdened with regret. Guys, Archangel Michael's there. Temperance card, Archangel Michael. Eight of Pentacles. You are thinking, Virgo, about working on a situation. You could be looking at money. Pentacles energy. You're thinking about judgment, Sag energy, or you are working on facing Judgment Day. You are working on a major decision. It could be because you left someone out in the cold. It could be to do with finances. The Sun. There's been some enlightenment, Virgo. Leo energy. Enlightenment that somebody felt heartbroken. Somebody felt heartbroken. Could be somebody at a distance with the Sun, which is global travel. The Sun can also be a child or children. Virgo, you may find yourself in a really difficult situation. You may feel backed into a corner. You may feel you could do something pretty major to sort this out, but it is going to take a lot of courage and bravery. It may not be something you want to do. It might involve money. But the divine is asking you to look at this, because we have the energy of someone needing to face Judgment Day, feeling left out in the cold. Someone's feeling very burdened. Money is an issue, whereas you seem to be obsessed with sitting in overindulgence. Four of Pentacles can be somebody penny pinching, hanging on to absolutely every single cent, every single dollar, right? And you're continuing to hold back. But the divine is saying, this is shadow energy. This is ego. This is wanting to win. This is being inflexible. This is not wanting to see somebody else's perspective. This energy has to go, Virgo. This overindulgence mindset has to go. Times have changed, maybe. You might need to make changes, Virgo, changes that you don't want to make. But if you do embrace that mindset, everything could change. Everything could change. All right, people, let's move into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo, please, for the month of April 2026? What do the angels want to say to Virgo? Thank you, Michael. Yes, okay. Virgo, they want you to say yes to something very important. Yes, I will do that. Yes, okay. Yes. I will do that. Yes, okay, is what I'm hearing. Yes, all right, you know. Virgo, there's no need to worry. You just need to release this overindulgence mindset. I don't want to make any changes. I want to stay exactly where I am. I want to stay in the cycle that I've been sitting in. I want to remain in this lifestyle I've been living. I mean, Virgo, you're determined not to accept any changes, but it might be that that mindset somehow has caused a lot of problems within a situation here. And the angels are saying, Virgo, just say yes. Stop saying no, 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 not going to do that, not going to think about that. Say yes. If you do, there's no need to worry. You're going to move out of the devil energy of sitting in overindulgence, hanging on to every penny, right? Because something here has caused a lot of issues in your situation. So guys, let's from here move into the month of May. Let's see what comes through. All right, people, we're in the month of May. Let's see what's going to happen. Archangel Michael, tell us about the month of May, please, for my lovely Virgos. What's going to be happening in the month of May 2026? I'm seeing somebody holding a bunch of daffodils. You could be giving daffodils to someone, Virgo, or you could be picking daffodils in a garden or in a woodland area. I'm just seeing somebody looking at daffodils. I'm also hearing the words, the simple pleasures of life. Okay. Virgo, you may be sort of shifting your mindset. It's not about the material things. It's not about sticking to a routine. It's about, you know, blue skies and sunshine and nature walks and love and togetherness and family. You may be really thinking about things, guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. 5 of Wands. This is mind games, manipulation, drama, conflict. You're looking at past mistakes. Virgo, are you looking at past mistakes, realizing that you might have caused a lot of issues in a family situation? It could be something to do with money. Pentacles is money. A lot of people arguing, fighting, stressing out. High Priestess. You may have kept a secret, Virgo, or somebody may not be speaking to you, Pisces energy, and you're all up in your head, sitting in a mental prison. You could be thinking about a Sag who's sitting in Temperance, a lovely Temperate energy, very happy. You could be, Virgo, hearing messages from Archangel Michael. This is you in your head, and we have Archangel Michael. Are you being guided by the angels, Virgo, to choose a different path, make a change? Something you didn't want to look at before? Knight of Swords. You're thinking about an argument. You're thinking about the Queen of Wands. It may be a Queen of Wands who could be an Aries, Leo or Sag, gaslit you, was very defensive, argumentative, and you're angry about that. Somebody may have found out, Virgo, about another woman. This could be your partner finding out that you were having an affair with a Queen of Wands who can be the other woman, and you're remembering how angry she was. Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Three of Pentacles. You are trying to patch up a situation with a Queen of Cups. It may well be, Virgo, that you feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. If you're still connected to a third party, she's angry because you're trying to patch up a marriage or a long-term commitment. Or these could represent family members. You're trying to work in partnership with the Queen of Cups. You want to mend a situation. You want to try and sort something out here. The Sun. This is enlightenment. Are you understanding, Virgo, that a Queen of Cups was enlightened that you were dealing with a third party, you had an affair? Or Virgo, are you thinking about somebody who lives at a distance? The Sun can be global travel. Queen of Swords. Wow. We got a lot of people in the mix, Virgo. Somebody here is angry, a bit defensive. Someone here spoke their truth. The Hierophant about issues within a marriage. Or somebody may be very spiritual. The Hierophant is religion, the divine, the archangels, the angels. Taurian energy for some. Someone here could be a Taurian. Five of Pentacles. Your partner may be saying to you, Virgo, I felt left out in the cold. Or somebody here may be saying, I'm stressing out financially. I can't afford to live the life I'm living. I'm struggling. And Virgo, somebody walked away. Somebody just detached. Eight of Cups. Or Virgo, did you detach? Did you realize that someone was struggling, but you just turned your back and you walked away? Well, it's their problem, not mine. You know, that sort of thing. Guys, you are dealing with at least two females in the month of May. This could be a really serious family dynamic, a family dynamic that just disintegrated. There could have been cheating in a marriage. There could have been a sense of hanging on to money, unequal give and take. And Virgo, you're there trying to figure out what you can do to sort this out. But the angels seem to be telling you it is relatively easy. But it's something, Virgo, you are absolutely not wanting to look at. And so this is just going to continue. I think Archangel Michael is trying to guide you. A lot of spiritual energy here. Archangel Michael, the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess. You're looking at past mistakes. You're realizing that you might even inadvertently caused a lot of drama. We've got a Queen of Wands who might have gaslit you, been very defensive, argumentative because she didn't want to make a choice. We have a Queen of Cups here that you're trying to mend a situation with. Enlightenment with the Queen of Swords, that somebody knew a marriage was on the rocks, or this is your partner basically saying, I feel left out in the cold in my marriage, I'm leaving you. We have a lot of Pentacles energy here. There could have been issues to do with money. Virgo, I think this is you just in your head about exactly what happened, what led up to this, and what you can do to sort this out. So there's no action being taken in the month of May, Virgo. You are simply thinking about everything. Okay, guys? All right, let's dip into angel answers. Archangel Michael, what do we have from the angels, please, for my Virgos? This is for May 2026. Listen to your intuition. Now, this energy can be water sign energy. The High Priestess leans on her intuition. They may be saying, listen to the High Priestess, or listen to your inner guidance, listen to the angels, the archangels. What is your intuition telling you you should do, Virgo? You may be choosing to ignore your intuition, your higher self. Abundance. Virgo, this is about money. Listen to your intuition as to how to mend this, and this could be a financial issue. Okay. Abundance is money. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm leaving it there. Let's move to the month of June. So here we go, Virgo. This is June 2026, entering the summer months. So Archangel Michael, tell us about June for my Virgos. What's going to be happening in June for Virgo? I don't know why, I'm seeing somebody sitting on a bench in the rain with an umbrella, just looking out over an expanse of green. You could be in a park area, Virgo. You may be feeling a bit miserable. You may be wanting to protect yourself, you know, symbolically with the umbrella. Or are you thinking, I've got to create some kind of cover, protection for a rainy day? You could, again, be thinking about your finances. I need to keep a certain amount of money in the bank for later, you know, that sort of thing. Okay. Let's have a look at June, guys. I'm sure this will all work out. What's going to happen in June for Virgo? Let's have a look. Knight of Swords. Wow. Somebody's angry. Somebody's flying towards you. Angry. Or you could be angry at someone, with someone, Virgo. All right. You could be angry with someone who seems to be financially very stable. 9 of Pentacles, a single woman who is doing well financially. She could be quite strategic. She may say to you, I can't talk to you, I'm working, or I can't talk to you, I have to sort out my money. But Virgo, she is interesting. She is feeling stressed. Is this someone, Virgo, who was strategic with you about money? And you're angry with this woman. This is someone who can be strategic. The Queen of Swords can work to a plan, very cold, very unemotional, a bit detached from her feelings. This is someone who may be obsessed with work or money. She's feeling a bit challenged here. Virgo, you may be talking to someone and she's feeling as if she's been trying to stand her ground, but it's difficult. The 10 of Cups, you're talking to her about a family dynamic and the truth within a family dynamic. And you're talking to her about a pregnancy. The Empress can give birth. She could be a mother, this Queen of Swords. And a child. And anger here. Virgo, this feels very complicated, guys. You may know exactly what this is. I don't know, Virgo, whether or not there's even a situation here where you are in touch with a third party and she's angry because she's still single and she wants you to commit to her. This could be somebody you had a fling with. You may feel she's being strategic. She wants you to work on leaving your wife. But you're burdened because you're on top of that dealing with a family dynamic that's sort of falling apart. But the truth is, Virgo, this third party could be pregnant. You could have got someone pregnant here. And you've also got to think about a child in the mix. She could be wanting child support. Are you working on giving me child support? Wow, this feels very complicated. Page of Cups. Yeah, this could be about children. Or you could have a water sign child and a fire sign child in the mix. This is an apology within a family situation. The Moon, an apology for something hidden, or you could be sat in fear. You're fearing, Virgo, that unless something is sorted, someone is going to continue to be very defensive. What you're thinking about is, unless I sort this out, this is actually going to get worse. Again, Virgo, you're standing at crossroads. You're standing at crossroads and you're facing a difficult message of truth. It could be coming from a child. It could be your information gathering because you need to make a decision that you don't really want to make. Okay, people. So let's dip into the Angel Answers deck. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo, please, for the month of June? Wow. Again, Virgo, listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Can we expand on that, please? Listen to your intuition in the near future. It's coming up, Virgo. Listen to your intuition maybe in the next couple of weeks. There's something that's going to come to light, or something that you're going to recognize, or some action that you feel is opening up for you to take. But this is a challenge. We've got a lot of people in the mix, Virgo. Okay. So guys, from here, let's shift to the month of July. All right, Virgo, we are into July. Let's see what the cards have to say. You're still standing at crossroads. I feel as if you're having to manage a very complicated situation. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo, please, for July 2026? Wow, I can see somebody flipping a coin, you know, flipping a coin. Heads or tails? All right, you ready? Two of Swords. You may want to sit in denial, Virgo. I just want a peaceful life. I don't really want to make any changes. I don't really want to look at this anymore. Ten of Cups. You're in denial about a family situation that you may have inadvertently sabotaged. King of Cups. You're feeling very emotional, or you may feel that somebody else in the family sabotaged the situation. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio masculine. Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. By manifesting a situation without getting in touch with your feelings. Because the King of Cups doesn't speak. The King of Cups holds back from being emotional. Even though he feels very deeply, he doesn't voice his emotion. Four of Swords. You're in deep contemplation, Virgo, about arguments, disagreements, people being angry around you. And again, you're in your head, Eight of Swords, in a mental prison. Feeling very disappointed in the situation, very unhappy, looking at the glass half empty. This can be a negative mindset. This can be a negative mindset, or are you sitting in, dare I say it, guilt, remorse, regret? The Star, Aquarian energy. Knight of Cups. You're telling someone, Virgo, that you love them. You're telling someone that you do care, that you want to heal a situation. This is someone who's tried to heal themselves. Maybe knowing, Virgo, that this was a difficult situation you were trying to manage. Queen of Pentacles. You may be telling your partner, your long-term partner, Virgo, that you do love her. You want to heal the situation. She may want to talk to you about children and money. She's looking at the olive branch from you. Finally, Virgo, we have you. King of Pentacles. So, Virgo, I think what you've realised is you have to take charge of this. You've been in denial about a family situation that you may have sabotaged. There might have been a King of Cups in the mix, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You sat in manifestation energy, but what you're realising is this turned into a disaster. People were angry or someone was upset, and you've been in your head feeling guilt, remorse, regret. You want to heal a situation with an Aquarian or a water sign. You're also telling a Queen of Pentacles, who is your partner, King and Queen of Pentacles, that you love her, that you're sorry, olive branch, and you're thinking about children and money, okay? All right. So Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Virgo? What do the angels want to say to Virgo? A year from now, what's going to happen a year from now? You need to communicate very, very clearly. You need to speak your mind. You need to get something off your chest. You need to be completely honest with those around you. You need to have a really serious conversation with someone a year from now. So not yet, but a year from now. Okay. All right, guys. So let's shift forward into the month of August. So here we go, guys. This is August. At this point, Virgo, you're recognizing that you've been in denial. You haven't been wanting to look at this. You might have been in denial that you ended up sabotaging a situation. You may not have meant to, Virgo, but it just worked out that way. I feel as if there are a lot of people in the mix. You're trying to figure out what to do. You're looking at your finances. You're apologizing to those that you feel you need to apologize to. And I think what you're saying to your partner, Queen of Pentacles, is Olive branch, Page of Pentacles, I'm sorry, you know, we need to really talk about this. That's what I feel. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Virgo, please, for the month of August 2026? August, the summer 2026. All right. The Eight of Pentacles. Now, Virgo, this is action. You are looking very carefully at documents, paperwork, and your money. You may want to take some time to yourself. This is you getting serious, Virgo, in the month of August. You may be looking at things very differently. You could be thinking of a Pisces, or you could be working on collaborating with someone who has been sacrificing. This is sacrificing, feeling stuck. This is someone who doesn't really know what to do, so they're just hanging there, you know. Two of Wands. You may feel someone, Virgo, is at crossroads. They're feeling stuck. They can't progress. They can't move forward. They don't know what to do. You're looking at your finances here. And with the energy of the Knight of Wands, you're wanting to move forward with passion, or you may be realizing, Virgo, that someone here might have to make a big decision to leave, to move, to relocate because they're stuck. You could be having a serious conversation with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. You could be talking about a legal contract. You could be speaking to somebody about bringing balance to a situation or some kind of justice to a situation. Again, you're thinking about children. You're thinking about money. You're thinking about an olive branch. You're recognizing, Virgo, that someone felt left out in the cold or somebody struggling financially. These both came out. The Three of Cups, Virgo. You may be talking to other people about coming together, reconciliation. And you're hoping to achieve that, Virgo, by embracing change. 3 is about change, which you're hoping is going to resolve the issue. You're thinking expansively. You're thinking about the future. You're looking at across the ocean. You're thinking, I could mend this. I could bring about reconciliation. But a decision has to be made. All right. Again, guilt, remorse, regret, looking at the situation a bit negatively. Thinking about your money, wanting to hang on to money. I don't want to spend any money. I don't want to put myself in a difficult situation financially. You're thinking about the Sun. You're thinking about someone who may be struggling financially at a distance, or you are thinking about a Leo or a child. This is moving to calmer waters, Virgo. I like this. You may be traveling to see someone to talk. Ace of Cups. You may be wanting to travel to see someone to talk about the fact that you want an emotionally happy new start. Or you may be holding back from someone who lives at a distance across the ocean, who wants to move to calmer waters with you and build a new life with you. You may be thinking about that scenario. That could be, dare I say it, could be a lover. Could be someone who's waiting for you, Virgo, to move forward with them. I feel you're definitely dealing with at least 2 situations here. A marriage that's on the rocks, children in the mix, And maybe potentially, Virgo, a third party who lives at a distance, who's trying to figure out what you're going to do. You're looking at money here. You're trying to look at the bigger picture. You are still standing at crossroads. But what you're thinking about is, I have to make a move. I have to do something to bring balance to the situation. So guys, let's dip into angel answers. So Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Virgo, please, for the month of August 2026? Look for a sign. Something is going to be very clear to you, Virgo. It could be a wake-up call. It could be an aha moment. It could be you thinking, why didn't I think about doing this before? You know? Look for a sign. There is a way of you improving your health, improving your marriage, and improving the situation in general. It's going to be made very clear to you, Virgo. Enlightenment. The way to expand and grow and heal and be happy is maybe to move. The way to solve everything, the way to move to calmer waters is to move. And have an emotionally happy new start. It could be that. Now, Virgo, whether or not you're planning on moving with your partner, whether or not you're planning on leaving your partner to move to be with a lover, I don't know. But the angels are saying it's going to be very obvious what you should do. Look for a sign. It's going to be very clear. And it's going to allow you to improve not only your health. You're no longer going to be sat in anxiety and stress, but it could improve the health of the situation in general. Okay, guys, so from here, we're shifting to September. So here we go, guys. For many of you, we are entering into the fall, the autumn months. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Virgo, you are very close to closing out a cycle of feeling stressed, of not knowing what to do, of feeling as if you may be backed into a corner. You're very close to ending a challenging cycle here. That came out for a reason. So Archangel Michael, tell us about September for my Virgos. What is going to happen in September for Virgo? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing the phrase, where there's a will, there's a way. If you're willing to do something, Virgo, there is a way that you can resolve this. If you're willing to do something, there is a way you can resolve this. Archangel Michael's saying yes, 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 yes. Knight of Swords in the reverse, but Virgo, you need to take a step back and don't overreact. Or if you are choosing to take action, don't do it begrudgingly, don't do it angrily. Drop the sword, drop the anger, drop the resentment. It's very important. This is you racing towards someone furious, angry. Well, I'm going to do this, but I really don't want to do this. No, no. What they're saying, Virgo, is accept your part in this. However big a part you had to play in the conflict, in the drama, and look at things from other people's perspective, okay? Right. Seven of Pentacles. You are looking at past mistakes. You're also looking at your savings. You've got substantial savings, Virgo. 7 out of 10 Pentacles. Whatever those savings represent. King of Wands. You're taking charge. You're taking action. You could have a fire placement. I'm hearing Leo. You could have a fire placement. You're taking action relating to the family money, the family wealth, the 10 of Pentacles. And you're talking to a Sagittarian about a lot of money. You're also sitting in a temperate place. The angels are guiding you, Virgo, to take some kind of action here that you might have been thinking about for quite a long time. Okay. 3 of Wands. Again, Virgo, you're looking at across an ocean. You're thinking about embracing change. You're thinking about managing a situation or 3 situations that have been causing you stress. We have a 3 there. You're thinking about someone sat in the 9 of Pentacles, a single woman, financially stable, who may have cut you off. She may have refused to speak to you. She may also be sat in denial because she might have been part of an unequal give and take situation. She's not willing to help you, Virgo. Whoever this woman is who is financially stable, she is not wanting to admit her part in this, or she is not wanting to help you out financially. Whoever this is, could be another family member, could be great Aunt Molly who's got money, who is not willing to help you out, Virgo. I don't know. Okay. 9 of Swords. You're still thinking about this. You're thinking that this might have started after you began an affair with someone, or you're thinking, Virgo, that someone else isn't going to help you. You may end up having to juggle money to sort something out here. You're feeling burdened. And you're sitting in fear. But you're keeping all this quiet from other people. Virgo, you're fearing that if you don't do something, if you don't take charge of this, finally, there's going to be an onslaught of angry messages from other people or a particular person, and it's going to get worse. You may be telling someone, I'm worried about money, I'm sitting feeling burdened, I'm fearful of the future. You may be communicating that with someone because you don't know what to do here. You feel you should take action. Relating to family money, 10 of Pentacles. You want to move into a temperate place, or you could be speaking to a Sagittarian. You want to heal a situation. You want to embrace change, but whoever is sat as a single woman with a lot of money is blocking you, and she is not going to help you financially. It's as if you're on your own, Virgo. Sorry, right? So you're realizing that nobody's going to give you any money. Nobody is going to help you balance this out. This is simply purely up to you. You may be seeking advice from someone here. What would you do if you were in my shoes, right? So Virgo, that's what we have for September, but let's see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to my Virgos? What's their advice, please? Let go. Virgo, the angels are saying you might have to let go of something you wanted to hang on to. They're saying, Virgo, just let go. It might be you're trying to hang on to something and that's causing the problem. Or you might have wanted a particular outcome and they're saying you have to let go of this particular outcome. Because it could be that's causing the problem. Let go. Let go of something, Virgo. And choose a new direction. Let go and choose a new direction. Okay. Release something, Virgo, and look at moving in a new direction. Okay, guys? So that's what we have for September. Let's shift now to October. So here we are. This is October. Let's delve in, Virgo, and find out whether or not you're going to make this decision. Are you going to let go and choose a new direction? We will see. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Virgos, please, for the month of October 2026? I'm now hearing the word inevitable again. This was inevitable. You may feel, Virgo, you have been not wanting to make a decision. What you're looking back on now is, it was inevitable that I might have to do this. Okay, I might have to do this. All right. You're thinking about your long-term partner. You're thinking about your Queen of Pentacles. You're coming through as the King of Pentacles. With the energy of the Four of Swords, you're thinking about healing a connection, or your relationship, rather, with your Queen of Pentacles. She may not be feeling very well. And there's you, Virgo. You're doing some soul searching about fully healing your relationship with your Queen of Pentacles. You're thinking about a property. You're thinking about your stability. And you're thinking about either the fact that you took a leap of faith and a risk with your stability, or you're thinking about doing something different, thinking outside the box, potentially pertaining to a house, your home. Temperance. Archangel Michael, or you could be thinking about a Sagittarian. Knight of Pentacles. You're thinking about money. You may be thinking that something has been a long time coming. Ace of Swords. You know the truth, Virgo. A cycle has to end for you to obtain victory and success. Now, you could be thinking, Virgo, about the fact that you took a leap of faith and a risk with a property or with money, your stability. You could be feeling that someone is in a temperate place because you gave them a lot of money. And what you're recognizing now is they've cut you out of their life because they wanted to win. This is somebody who just simply wanted to win. They may have wanted to win against you. They may have wanted to sit in a place of victory and success over somebody else. You're recognizing a truth here, Virgo. You may be very disappointed in someone. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You may feel that somebody manifested a wish come true, but whoever this person is now cut you off because they've got what they wanted and you're left picking up the pieces. Judgment, Sagittarian energy. They are facing Judgment Day for something. They may be holding back from you, Virgo. Leo energy. But in actual fact, Virgo, whoever this person is highly stressed. They may feel that they caused you issues and they've just sort of left you in it. Despite the fact that they may have held back, just wanting to win, wanting some kind of victory, they're very stressed about this. They're thinking of working in partnership with you, Virgo. So this could be somebody that turned their back on you and said, I'm not helping, sorry, you sort it out. But they could have been part of the issue, Virgo. They've been feeling very stressed about this. They may even have been having sleepless nights. It might have affected their health because they're facing Judgment Day, because they manifested moving into a temperate place. And Virgo, it has something to do with money and them wanting to win. I think, Virgo, they may be willing to work in partnership with you now because they simply feel that unless they do, they're permanently going to be sat in a place of guilt, and that you may be in a place, Virgo, where you simply don't know what else to do. So guys, in the month of October, you're trying to heal a situation with your long-term partner. You're recognizing you also took a leap of faith and a risk relating to a lot of money or a property. And we've got someone else here who's been holding back from you, but the guilt is too much for them and they will be working in partnership with you somehow. Okay? So let's see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Virgo for the month of October? Thank you. Virgo, you may surprisingly realize that there are going to be big happy changes. There are going to be big happy changes because you're deciding to do something differently, or you're deciding to choose a new direction. And it's going to bring about big happy changes, okay? So, guys, there's progress, I feel. But let's from here move into the month of November. Let's see what comes through in November. I'll see you there. So, guys, we are in November. This is the penultimate month of the year. Let's see what is going to be happening, Virgo. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about November, please, for my Virgos. Tell us about November. Thank you. I'm seeing somebody on a beach in a big coat looking out across the sea. You could be by the sea in November, thinking about things, Virgo. You're breathing in salty sea air in November. I'm seeing it. I'm smelling salt in the air. Okay. You may be taking yourself away, Virgo, you know, to really just think about everything. The Page of Pentacles. You're thinking again about an olive branch or about children and money. You're thinking about temperance. You could be thinking about making a big change. Archangel Michael is the temperance angel. Or you could be thinking about a Sagittarian. Three of Swords. You're feeling heartbroken, Virgo. You're also thinking about somebody who's financially very stable. And you're thinking about your marriage. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot on your mind, Virgo, in the month of November. You may be wanting to follow a traditional process. You may be working in collaboration with someone who is financially stable, who feels heartbroken. If this is someone who caused you problems, Virgo, this could be somebody apologizing to you. I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry for causing this toxic situation. This person was sat with the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. This is somebody who might have caused issues because they wanted to win. They were sat in ego, or this is someone obsessed with money. Okay, could be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This person behaved in a toxic manner. They are now wanting to move away from the energy of the devil And they are moving towards you, Virgo, and you are coming through as the Emperor. You are saying to this person, we need to take charge of this, or I am wanting to take charge of this. This is you saying to this person, I am in charge, not you. If you think you're in charge of this, you are not. I am taking back control. Virgo, you're being very strong with whoever this is. Yeah, because it's the only way to heal this. So Virgo, you are saying to someone, finally you're apologizing to me. Thank you. We need to follow a step-by-step process here because the whole thing has become toxic. Because we followed a particular way of doing things, everything crumbled. So we now need to think outside the box. And this person is rushing towards you. And what you're saying is, I don't want any pushback from you. I don't want any arguments from you. I don't think we should do something impulsive here. And I am taking control. Virgo, you're standing up for yourself and you're pushing someone back, saying, well, thank you for the apology, but I'm not listening to what you want to do. I'm not listening to how you feel because you created half of this. You were half of the problem here. I'm in control. Yeah, Virgo, you're standing up for yourself and you're saying we have to heal this. Yeah. Virgo, what you're thinking about is leaving a situation behind. You could be feeling the only way to walk away from a toxic situation is to leave this person behind. Or you may be feeling, Virgo, that the only thing you can do is to actually choose a new direction. And it could be about moving. Who knows? Knight of Swords. You're very angry with someone here, Virgo. You feel as if you helped this person or you were very financially generous with this person, but all you got was them gaslighting you, causing issues in your life, and there was no apology. And Virgo, when they recognized that you were at your wit's end, they basically said, I don't want to talk about it. I'm refusing to talk about it. Basically, you're on your own, and you may have seen a different side of this person. Ace of Pentacles. Virgo, you are saying to someone here, either you move or I move. Either you leave or I leave. Because you feel, Virgo, with this person out the way, you can sit in a place of calm. Yeah, wow, Virgo. You're very serious here. You may be furious with this person. You may be saying to them, I gave you a massive opportunity. I gave you a huge amount of money. And all you've done is gaslight me and cause problems for me. I'm sorry, I'm taking charge. You may be talking to this person about legalities, a legal document, and the High Priestess. You may be saying to this person, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want any arguments from you. And you may, Virgo, have pushback from this person, but they don't have any choice in the matter because you are taking some kind of legal action here. And I think, Virgo, then you're simply going to cut off communication. You're not going to listen to their arguments. You're not going to listen to their opinions. You're simply going to cut free. You may be having a conversation with a Cancerian or a Pisces, or you may be using your intuition, Virgo, that they kind of know what's going on at this point. Okay, guys, let's move into Angel Answers. So, Virgo, you are taking some kind of legal action, or you could be seeking legal advice, documents, paperwork. You could be thinking about moving. You could be talking to this person about a very large amount of money. And then you are simply detaching from any further communication. You're not allowing this person to gaslight you, say to you, I don't agree with this. It's as if, well, it's done. I'm doing it. It's done, right? Yeah. So you're standing your ground, Virgo. You're taking charge. You're moving into the energy of the Emperor. You're acting with integrity. You are in charge here. You may feel that someone was holding something over your head, or someone was almost wanting to manipulate you because of a secret you were trying to keep. Well, what you may be thinking, Virgo, is the secret's out anyway. People know anyway. People have used their intuition and they've understood what's going on anyway. So this person doesn't have a reason to hold something over my head anymore. You're taking the reins, Virgo. You're taking the reins, guys. And there will be big happy changes. There will be big happy changes, Virgo, because you are no longer allowing someone to control you, to manipulate you, to gaslight you, to hold something over your head, almost as blackmail. I mean, I don't know, Virgo. If somebody said to you, words to the effect of, I know what you did, and unless you do this, unless you pay me this money, unless you make sure I'm financially stable, I'm going to tell so-and-so, Virgo, you're not being manipulated anymore. There could be something going on that is similar to that. I mean, that's drastic, but you get my understanding. Virgo, because you're taking the reins, there will be big happy changes because you are in charge here. Yes, you're taking the reins, you're in charge, Virgo. Even if you have to have a really awkward sit-down, straight conversation with someone or a group of people, you are taking back your power. That is the difference here. You're no longer giving in to this person's demands. You're no longer giving in to this person gaslighting you or playing the victim or being manipulative. You're seeing straight through this. Yeah. Virgo, you are formulating a plan which is going to, I think, resolve this issue once and for all. Okay, guys. So from here, we're moving to the final month of the year. Okay, so Virgo, you are taking control. You have the reins in the month of December. So let's see what you're going to do, Virgo. Archangel Michael, what do we have to close the year for my Virgos? Thank you, Michael. You're getting serious, Virgo. You're taking back your power. Yeah, and the cards are full of energy. You're taking some kind of action here. Could be legal action even. It could be legal action. Okay. Here we go. Clean cut. I'm hearing clean cut. You know exactly what you're going to do, Virgo. Okay. All right. You are thinking this has been a heartbreaking situation. But you are taking some kind of action, Virgo, to bring justice to all, to everyone involved. Knight of Swords. You may be having a very straight conversation with someone. It could be a difficult or awkward conversation about a child and money. And then, Virgo, having spoken your piece, you're going to pull back and take a break. Virgo, I think this is a very serious, straight conversation with someone about a legal contract or about children or about money or all of it. You're telling someone you are balancing out a situation. I'm almost getting the energy of you saying to this person, I really don't care what you think. This is what I am doing, right? And then you're going to pull back and no longer communicate for the next few days. Page of Wands. The Hierophant. You may be telling someone some good news. You could be telling your married partner, your Queen of Pentacles, some good news. This is what I've done. This is what I've said to whoever this is. I'm taking action, and what they're saying to you is, that's good news. Because what they're telling you, Virgo, is they've been very unhappy in the situation and they're glad that you're getting serious. They're glad, Virgo, that you have come to the point where you are taking charge. I feel this is someone who is sitting feeling relieved. This is someone who is glad that you're going to be following some kind of traditional process to try and sort this out. What you're saying is, well, it's not going to happen overnight, but I've decided this is the best course of action because we've simply, or I've simply, been standing at crossroads for the longest time. It's time, right? You could be talking to an Empress, or you could be relaying to this person that you needed to have a conversation with a mother or someone who is pregnant or fell pregnant. And the reason why you've been holding back from taking action is this person needed to collaborate with you and they were not. They were not. So you're explaining to your married partner that you were waiting to hear back that whoever the Empress is, and I think the Empress is separate from your partner because your partner's the Queen of Pentacles, whoever the Empress is was supposed to work in collaboration with you and she chose not to. So you're basically saying, no more waiting, I'm walking away from this mother figure, whoever she is. I've said, enough is enough. You do what you want to do. I'm taking control. And what your partner's saying, Virgo, is, well, this has been a long time coming, but I'm glad. And Virgo, you are about to change the whole situation. It may involve giving money to a Scorpio, for some of you. It might involve you changing direction. But Virgo, I think there's a lot of relief from your married partner that you are back in charge. You've spoken your piece. You're sort of not taking no for an answer. And you're telling someone, I don't care what you do, I'm walking away. Yeah? So Virgo, I'm not going to leave you hanging. What is going to happen after you tell your married partner that you are back in charge? What are you actually going to do? What are you actually going to do? Yeah, you're talking to your married partner, coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. You're the King of Pentacles, Virgo. You're telling your Queen of Pentacles that everything's going to change. You're looking out across the ocean to your future and that your ships are going to come in. Everything is going to change. We're going to sort this out, or I am sorting this out. Yeah, because Virgo, you're having a passionate new start in your life with your Queen of Pentacles. Wow. You're back on track, Virgo. Yeah, you may be traveling, you may be doing day trips, you may be looking at properties, or you could be having a really serious conversation with your Queen of Pentacles to tell her what you're planning on doing. So what is her reaction? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Virgo, she is happy to have a brand new start. You two may be talking about uprooting and moving. What else is she going to say? I'm feeling very emotional for someone here. She's going to tell you, Virgo, that she never lost faith in you, that she loves you, that she wants this to work. Wow, Virgo. Gosh, Virgo. She may say to you, I'm so pleased, because this is going to enable us to heal what has been a very challenging situation. Yeah. And Virgo, fast movement forward. You may be traveling to see someone to give them the good news as well. We've managed to heal this. This is potentially going to be a wish come true for someone as well. And Virgo, I think you're going to end the year very, very peacefully. I don't think there's going to be any major action until spring 2027. But Virgo, you're back in control of the situation. You're back in control of your life. Lovely energy, Virgo. Lovely energy, very positive. You're feeling very optimistic here, Virgo. You're feeling much more positive, and you are gathering together the courage to shift your life in a new direction with your long-term partner. Yeah? So, Archangel Michael, what are the messages from the angels for Virgo, please? Yeah, Virgo, you're taking some kind of action. You're taking some kind of action here. Lovely energy. And it's going to bring about, Virgo, big, happy changes. There we go. By taking action, Virgo, you're going to bring about big, happy changes. Okay? Underneath the deck, within the next few months. So I think, Virgo, you're going to start this process of taking action within the next few months. Okay? All right, guys. So from here, we're going to be shifting into the final spread. I will see you there. So here we go, my lovely Virgos. This is the Fortune Oracle deck by Sharina Starr. So Archangel Michael, what does the universe have to say to my lovely Virgos? Messages from the universe for Virgo, please, for the whole of 2026. All right, here we go. Cracker. Lovely energy, celebratory energy. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. And this is spiritually guided, Virgo, with a number 7. Lovely. Luck. You're closing out a cycle. 1 and a 9 is 10. You're right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Virgo, something's going to happen, a fortunate turn of events, good luck, which I think is going to give you something to celebrate. The Chariot. You're on the move, Virgo. With a number 6, you may be on the move to bring balance to a situation. Charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. Yes, Virgo. Guys, you are taking the reins. There's going to be good news and celebrations ahead. And of course, we're ending the reading with messages from Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael, what is your advice and guidance for my lovely Virgos for 2026? Thank you, Michael. How lovely. Virgo, your children are watched over by angels. And the prayer reads, Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. So Virgo, your children are watched over by angels. Okay. Beautiful, Virgo. So, final message from you, Archangel Michael, to my lovely Virgos. All right, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. And the prayer reads, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. So keep your eyes on your targeted intention, okay? Lovely. So guys, I am leaving it there. I hope that this reading has helped you. Let me know. Drop me a comment down below in the description box if this resonates with you, if this is your story. Take care of you guys, and of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Virgo. Bye now.